Inundation. Covering normally dry land with a large amount of water. Flash flood. Overflow. Flooding. The heavy monsoon rains caused an inundation in the low-lying areas. The heavy rainfall caused an inundation of water in the city's sewer system. The increased risk of inundation would require even higher sea walls for defense. Erosion. Removal of surface material from Earth's crust. Damage. Corrosion. Weathering. These measures will help to reduce erosion caused by wind or rain. Many cities have been threatened by the erosion of the river banks. Now, poor farming methods have contributed to increased soil erosion. Biodegradable. Decaying naturally, not harmful to the environment. Decomposable. Perishable. Eco-friendly. The packaging for this product is made from biodegradable materials. Plastic bottles are not biodegradable and can harm the environment. The company had falsely claimed that its products were biodegradable. Recycling. Process of converting waste into reusable material. Reusing. Reprocessing. Converting. The supermarket has installed recycling bins for old bottles and cans. One of the primary benefits of recycling is the reduction in landfill waste. We are all for conserving our resources, recycling plastic and newspapers. Conservation. The act of protecting Earth's natural resources. Preservation. Maintenance. Saving. Poaching remains one of the biggest threats to tiger conservation. These action plans will primarily tackle wildlife conservation issues. They launched a week-long campaign to promote energy conservation. Extinction. A situation in which something no longer exists. Annihilation. Elimination. Abolition. The conservation of wildlife is important to prevent their extinction. The alarming rate of species extinction is a sign of an ecological crisis. The society was set up to preserve endangered species from extinction. Biomass. The total mass of living organisms such as plants, animals. Biofuel. Organic matter. Bioenergy. Food, wood, and the organic wastes of animals and plants are biomass. Biomass is a renewable resource that can be used for energy production. Many countries are investing in biomass energy as a sustainable solution. Habitat. The natural home or environment of an animal and plant. Territory. Natural home. Dwelling. The forest provides a habitat for hundreds of species of plants and animals. Many species are threatened in the wild due to habitat destruction by man. Some species have nearly died out because their habitat is being destroyed. Ecosystem. All the plants and animals that live in a particular area. Bionetwork. Biosphere. Surroundings. In reality, the ecosystem suffers from alternating floods and droughts. The newcomers can pose a threat to biodiversity by altering ecosystems. Pollution can have disastrous effects on the delicately balanced ecosystem. Adaptation. Adjustment to environmental conditions. Modification. Change. Acclimatization. The book describes the adaptation of desert species to hot conditions. The process of adaptation to a new habitat is difficult for some animals. Most living creatures are capable of adaptation when compelled to do so. Inhospitable. Places are not easy or comfortable to live in. Adverse. Unfavorable. Miserable. The harsh aridity of the climate makes it inhospitable for some animals. The atmospheric conditions on Pluto are extremely cold and inhospitable. The nuclear meltdown wiped out around 100 square miles of inhospitable land. Consumerism. The act that promotes the acquisition of goods. Materialism. Avarice. Capitalism. Consumerism is the belief that it is good to buy and use a lot of goods. Consumerism often creates the problem of a false sense of happiness. The rise of consumerism has led to an increase in materialistic values. Deforestation. The cutting down of trees in a large area. Logging. Uncovering. Desertification. Conserving the rainforest means protecting it from deforestation. The amount of deforestation happening in the world is outrageous. The delicate balance of the ecosystem was threatened by deforestation. Sustainability. The ability to be maintained at a certain rate. Survivability. Durability. Tolerability. The Sustainability Club made reusable shopping bags out of burlap. The windmill down on the riverbank was a symbol of sustainability. The community environmental group works to promote sustainability. Organic. Being or coming from living plants and animals. Biological, natural, chemical-free. We are conducting a survey of consumer attitudes towards organic food. Generally, organic food is produced without artificial chemicals or pesticides. Eating organic food reduces one's chances of developing certain types of cancers. Ecotourism. Travel to natural areas, conserving the environment. Nature tourism. Green tourism. Wilderness. We should protect our natural environment and support ecotourism. Local communities consider ecotourism an effort to save their cultural heritage. Conserving natural habitats can provide economic benefits through ecotourism. Fossil fuel. Fuels are made from decomposing plants and animals. Petrol, gasoline, kerosene. Shale oil is a fossil fuel, extracted from shale rocks through heat. Biofuels are becoming increasingly popular as an alternative to fossil fuels. A major cause of climate change is the burning of fossil fuels to create energy. Hazard. An unavoidable danger, or risk. Jeopardy. Endangerment. Peril. Sunlight may be a hazard, and some patients dread summer holidays. Potential hazards will need to be identified through a safety assessment. Growing levels of pollution represent a health hazard to the local community. Biodiversity. Describe the enormous variety of life on Earth. Diversity of life. Variety. Diverseness. The geography of a place can impact its wildlife and biodiversity. Ecotourism can support biodiversity and protect endangered species. If we lose biodiversity, some animals and plants might become extinct. Heatwave. A continuous period of very hot weather. Droughts. Hot spells. Swelter. The heat wave caused record-setting temperatures across the region. As a result of the heat wave, many people suffered from dehydration. The city faced a barrage of power outages during the summer heat wave. Emissions. Something that has been emitted or released. Discharges. Ejections. Exhausts. Human emissions of greenhouse gases are causing the Earth to warm. The factory was fined for excessive emissions of pollutants into the air. Industrialized countries must take action to reduce their carbon emissions. Mitigation. Reducing the force or intensity of something. Alleviation. Relief. Lessening. Anticipating problems is a crucial part of risk management and mitigation. The government is proposing a change policy on climate change mitigation. The bill on climate change mitigation is necessary to combat global warming. Contamination. The process of making something dirty or poisonous. Adulteration. Poisoning. Pollution. The contamination of the river caused harm to the local wildlife. Microbial contamination of medical equipment can cause infections. The contaminant in the water was causing groundwater contamination. Vulnerable. Capable of being physically or emotionally attacked. Susceptible. Unprotected. At risk. The bird's nest is vulnerable to the slightest whim of the weather. People from coastal areas are particularly vulnerable to natural calamities. Plants that are growing vigorously are less likely to be vulnerable to disease. Greenhouse. A special structure that is designed to regulate the temperature. Glasshouse. Conservatory. Hothouse. The huge destruction of forests is contributing to the greenhouse effect. It is important to maintain a constant temperature inside the greenhouse. There must be new cuts in greenhouse gas emissions to stop global warming. Poaching. The illegal hunting or capturing of wild animals. Hunting. Killing illegally. Intruding. The antelope population is threatened by habitat loss and poaching. The anti-poaching efforts have helped to protect endangered species. Chimpanzees are endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, and disease. Methane. Flammable gas which is the main constituent of natural gas. Hydrocarbon. Propane. Petroleum. Global warming occurs when methane accumulates in the atmosphere. And methane emissions aren't the only hazard that stems from the landfill. Methane is one of the principal gases contributing to the greenhouse effect. Desertification. The process by which land changes into desert. Desert land. Arid. Erosion. Nearly 1/5 of the world's land is threatened with desertification. The erosion of the soil caused by overfarming can lead to desertification. Land desertification is the main ecological problem of the Northwest Inland Basin.